I'm going to pull it back just a little bit this way, just so that we're not getting a ton of the... Why'd you stop? Anyway.
And that's how you do it, folks.
Yeah, that's how you start YouTube video. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to another J1D. This time we're heading back to the squat, and this week we're talking about
Squat shoes.
yes.
So it's pretty simple, pretty basic. But
Well, I feel like it's one of those things that's pretty basic, but you have so many options.
yeah, it's like it's a basic subject and like simple, but it's like okay, shit, we can go through a lot of it.
Yeah, like the number of things where I see where it's like, what's your feeling between like the Addy Powers and the fucking Titan squat shoe, or like the fucking ye olde like power shoe versus Chucks versus Vans versus, it's like, it gets really muddied really quick, even though it's basic.
And it also depends on who you are, what you like, what you prefer, your experience, all the
Yes,
rest.
the way that you squat.
But I think what we're going to cover now is as either beginner or intermediate, or someone who's having a hard time squatting in their specific setup.
Yeah, and if you're actually advanced, by this point you should have chosen your shoe and you should just be sticking with it.
Yeah.
So, this is for you, beginners and advanced people.
Yeah, so, okay. The main topic is flats versus heels.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it kind of stems down to.
Yeah.
Heaps of different brands for heels, heaps of different brands for flats. Not going to dive into that too much, it's more the heels versus the flats.
Yeah.
So for my personal preference, I will squat in flats, and I do pretty much all my squatting in flats.
Yeah.
I have used heels before, back in Pro Raw 10, and they were fine. They were good. Like, I had no issue with them there. But it could have been better for me.
And back then you were squatting high bar as well, weren't you?
For Pro Raw 10, I was low bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but you got into them squatting high bar.
yeah.
There we go.
So with
Okay.
heels, squatting high bar in heels is actually good.
Yeah.
It would benefit you a lot more than it would say in low bar.
Yeah.
So-
So the whole point of high bar is to stay super upright, push your legs forward, and just let the quads carry you.
Pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, I use Chucks for my flat shoes. They've got a nice flat base, and yeah, they're pretty stable. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna roll or tilt forward too much.
Yeah, and that's a really big thing to point out when it comes to kind of the shoes you pick. Like, regardless of the shoe you pick, make sure you put them on tight. And I know that there's going to be people out there who will be like, oh, but like X lifter like doesn't wear his shoes tight and he squats fine. It's like, yeah, that's going to be a thing. There's going to be some people who do it, and honestly, most of them, they've probably just been doing it for a long time. It's just what they're super used to. And if they put them on tight way back when, they'll probably still have them on tight now, and they'll potentially be squatting more. Like, just having something that's going to move with your footwells is going to be really, really good. But also you said like ankle roll. You want to talk about that for a moment? Or?
Yeah, like when I used to even just walk around in heels, you kind of feel sort of unstable in a way. Like, you feel like you could roll which way. And I've found from my experience, heeled shoes are very narrow.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of feel like you're walking on a platform, which some people might like, but personally I do not. And if I'm gonna have a new client come on board, I will tell them, look, if you're squatting in heels, I like to try you in flats. So go from there. And nearly all my clients have stuck with flats.
Yeah, and I guess it's one of those things where you're saying like, your ankle's feeling immobile in heels. Like, part of the reason for wearing heels is to make the ankle so much more mobile, which can give up stability. Like, if you're squatting in heels and you're not super experienced with it and super experienced with doing it heavy, that increased mobility doesn't necessarily going to mean you've got the stability to match it, which can obviously be a big issue with beginners.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you don't use them at all anymore, even with high bar stuff?
Look, I could use them for high bar, but I've worked a good range and good mobility and stability with flats to go front squat and high bar with those.
Yeah, not that you front squat much.
Yeah, no,
You hate that shit.
I kind of hate it. It's just I'm not built to front squat.
Yeah, doesn't like front squats, and that's fine. You don't have to front squat. Personally, I spent a long time squatting in flats before I even touched heels. And I jump in, I do use heels, pretty much only for high bar squats and front squats.
And a night out.
Yeah. Gotta have training Tuesdays. Well, that's not PC. But anyway, that being said, I don't use Chucks. I don't use Vans. I actually got put onto a boxing shoe called the Nike Hyper KO. You can find quite a few actually really strong lifters using these.
Yeah, so, I've seen definitely a bunch using them.
Yeah, probably the most prolific one is Kev Oak. Wore them to break the 110 world record that obviously he did quite recently in sleeves.
Which was a joke.
Yeah, fucking monstrous lifting. But the reason why I moved to them for myself was mainly to do with arch support. A lot of Cons, Vans, stuff like that, they're just flat. Like there's nothing fucking in the shoe to really change it, which in a way makes it really good if you're someone who has a non-specific foot type.
Yeah, like myself. Yeah, that's why I benefit from. Yeah. Like I've used Vans and Cons before, and they've both been fine. I prefer Cons at the moment because they look nice.
There you go. No, fair enough. Like, you know what, if you like the way it looks, fuck it, wear it. Yeah. But the thing that I found wearing the Nike Hyper KOs is they've got a really solid like arch support on the inside of the foot. Because I squat wider, it just helps me to maintain that knees out position because that arch support stops my feet from being able to roll in. Mm-hmm. So which isn't usually an issue for me, but if anything's going to go wrong in my squat, it's from these coming in. So by having that arch support, it stops my feet from being able to roll, and without them rolling, it's hard for the knees to come in. Yeah. So the knees stay out nice and solidly. I wear them for all my squatting, all my benching, all my deadlifting. As I said, apart from high bar and front squats, I used to wear heels for safety bar, but now I'm just using my squat shoes for safety bar as well. Honestly, I just find them better. But yeah, like I feel like and this is obviously a topic that a lot of people kind of debate.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Dylan's point where he said that beginners, he'll get them to just try both. That's the best thing you can do. Like anyone who says like, oh, you can't squat world records in flats, oh, you can't squat world records in heels. If you go to the top 10 heaviest squats of all times, it's literally 5 and 5 flats and heels. Like it's
I'm one of them.
Yeah. It's literally even. There is out of that top 10, it's not favoring one way or the other. So that says a lot in itself. One thing that I think that both of us can say though is even if you do prefer flats, there's going to be times where jumping in heels might not be a bad idea. Like Dylan obviously he's removed them when it comes to his high bars and front squats and stuff like that, but I'm sure if he gets to a point where he's like, you know what, my ankle's feeling a bit fucking dicky with these, he might decide to go, you know what, I'm going to chuck in the heels.
That'd even be great in hypertrophy phase as well. If your quads are lacking, you're going to get more quad emphasis in any squat using heels.
Yeah.
So they definitely serve the purpose, but not saying don't use these and don't use those. Just fucking try them both.
Yeah. It's one of those things where they're tools, try them out, see what you can do with them.
Wraps and sleeves, basically.
Yeah, it's actually a really good one.
Another thing.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's this week's tip. Subscribe, like, all that sort of stuff. We're going to make a move. This guy's got a bab to get home to. We'll see you guys soon. Enjoy.